I'm Bill Maher. I'm 74 years young. I just hit a blunt, and let me tell you about racism. New rule. I'm not white. I'm not Jewish either. I'm fucking black. That's right, bitches. I'm black.
My chain. My chain.
Now, let's get into this. Bill Maher. Did you guys see this? Bill Maher talking about white privilege.
I don't believe in collective guilt of any kind. I'm an individual.
Now, this is interesting because I don't know where a lot of people stand on so much of this stuff, because these guys, I've also seen Jews say they're not white. But these are two Jews talking about white privilege. Here we go. This is 2022, I think.
I'll take responsibility for
maybe it was more relevant then, but let's listen
what
to this.
I do or what I've done. I don't like the term privilege. I think it's used way too much. I certainly understand why some struggling coal miner, when he hears some rich white kid talk about privilege, it's obnoxious.
But we do.
Now, here's the interesting thing about Bill Maher. This is, before, I guess this was before he became a rabid Zionist. This is before he was still supporting the human trafficking, sex trafficking industry in Los Angeles. He has no problem supporting that in terms of having privilege and leverage over other people. No problems porking a woman who was sold into sexual slavery, who has glassy eyes, who sleeps in some back room in a hotel off of Sunset Boulevard or whatever. He has no problem with that. But what he does have a problem with is people talking down to the white man, which I think for the context of this clip, he is identifying as white. So anytime these conversations go on podcasts with, that's two Jews talking about white privilege, I'm just checking in. I'm like, hey, for this convo, just checking in. Are you white or are you Jewish? I need to know. And that's a real thing. That's a real thing, because you can't flip. I get it. Once we get in the conversation, you can't flip though. But I let Jews pull the eject thing. They eject from the conversation if they say, I'm not white, I'm Jewish. That's fine. You're allowed to pull, we give you that. You're allowed to pull that parachute. But entering this contract right now, you're talking about you having white privilege. Here we go.
White kid talk about privilege. It's obnoxious.
But we do. You will acknowledge the fact that
now, Howie Mandel, he's like, if Dr. Robotnik wasn't interesting at all.
I have white privilege.
I will not. I will call it advantage. That's
one of the unfortunate things about a lot of these guys is it's like, what if a cartoon villain was boring as shit? It's like they have all this money and they have the look and everything, but then they just have nothing to say. It's so boring.
Privilege.
It's just their biggest sin is just being as boring as they are.
I will call it advantage. Have I had advantages for being white? I'm sure I have.
Well, that's semantics.
What's the difference between privilege and advantage to you?
And who's she? Who is she?
I'm sure I have.
Well, that's semantics.
What?
I was trying to watch Brad Pitt on the Dak Shepard podcast, and there's also one of these to the side. What are they doing there? I don't get the role. They're not adding anything. They're kind of taking away a little bit. And it feels like they're not really in the conversation. So their interjections are that. It's something that does not keep the conversation going. Kind of puts a little stick through the spokes of the wheels of the podcast. It's tough. It's tough to listen to. I know it's his daughter. I'm aware. I took one glance at that show the first time I saw it, and I said, that's his daughter. No question. I said, that's either his daughter or this is the fourth member of Haim that never learned how to play an instrument. And get to know these people, because I'm sure she'll be in the 15th Paul Thomas Anderson film, too. I'm sure she'll be sucking a lollipop and, cozying up to some 14-year-old boy. It'll be a beautiful coming-of-age story. Beautiful coming-of-age story when a 23-year-old girl flirts with a 13-year-old boy who has a lemonade stand. It's like Stand By Me. It makes me feel like I'm watching a Rob Reiner movie. Nice. Love watching movies about the summer when a boy learned where his was. Boyhood memories, huh? Nothing gets me going like
What's the
that.
It's
difference
not-
between privilege and advantage to you?
Can I explain?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Obviously, he's going to say that. She knows that. She's doing the fake interview thing where he's about to say something and she interjects, acting like she's setting up what he's about to say. He knows exactly what she's doing. He's calling her out for the nothing she is. Continue, King Bill. Continue, my Zog King, my friend.
And advantage to you?
Can I explain?
Yeah.
That's the question.
Advantage means like when I was starting out in the early 80s when we were comics.
Right.
Could there have been a moment where I was up against a black comic to get a job at the Chuckle Hut in Cleveland, and the comedy owner said, okay, let's go with the white guy,
Right.
because we'll probably do a little more ticket sales on Saturday night. I mean, this is 1980 after all.
Right.
That could have happened. Absolutely.
And that's not
That
a
would be-
privilege?
Well, it's an advantage. I don't what. It's not a privilege to
See,
be.
but that's the problem in today's society. A word, is the
Can you even call Howie Mandel a midwit? Could you even call him that? I was about to call him a midwit, and I said, you know what? Pretty offensive to people with, 105 IQ, 100 IQ. Pretty offensive.
even why we're getting canceled. It's perception over content. So the perception of
Never let anybody who owns 150 condos in the Valley of LA tell you how anything works or tell you how stuff should work. Both of these guys kind of will just tell you how they think society should work in a way that benefits them. They are the center of the whole solar system as far as they're concerned. That's why Bill quotes the Old Testament, the religious guy. The religious, and I think, by the way, Larry Charles might have even wrote on religiousness or what, religious. I think he did. I think I did see that. The Bill Maher loves to talk about the flying spaghetti monster, but then he quotes the Old Testament when he says that Israel, Judea belongs to the Jews. Very interesting. Very interesting. I would have to surmise that is because that benefits Bill. Okay? Okay? And I don't have to go any further into that explanation of why it benefits Bill, but it's very, very curious. It's very, he's never quoted the Gospels when it comes to promoting some sort of, I'm just saying, very interesting. When it comes to cherry picking, it's a very interesting observation that he did that. But let's continue.
privilege to you is different than the perception of advantage. The advantage is when you are a white guy and you are pulled over in the middle of the night, and
Yes, it's an advantage.
and I have the privilege of just not having to worry about being, my friends who are
Well, that's not true either.
what?
I mean, how many people do you think the police shoot a year?
This is when, unfortunately, when it comes to this, this fake debate, culture war stuff, Bill, and again, this is a great white shark playing with his food. Howie is, he's an earthworm. This guy, he shouldn't have $80 million. He should be plucked from the earth by a bluebird at 6:55 a.m. and swallowed whole like a long string of spaghetti. He should not be in this sort of position. He should have never had a podcast. We should not know anything that he thinks about. There's no reason that he should be relevant for 45 straight years. No reason. No reason at all. I'm sick of seeing his face. I'm sick of it. I'm really sick of it. I'm sick of it. I know this is an old clip, but it really pissed me off. And part of me, it made me feel good for someone to expose Howie for being as fucking stupid as he
Truly
is.
do.
What?
I mean, how many people do you think the police shoot a year?
I don't know.
See? So you're talking out of your ass.
Well, tell me.
1,000. They shoot about 1,000 people a year.
Okay.
And Bill goes, that's not enough. New rule.
And
How many?
Howie, look how dumb he looks with his little magic castle glasses. Ooh, the little blue round. Ooh. Yeah, Howie's concerned about other people. That's how he got where he is. You know, you become the deal or no deal guy. You have to be really concerned with black people. Oh my God, I've had so much privilege. Okay, give the money back. Oh no, but I have so much privilege. And I say, oh, give the money back then. Juneteenth, clap emoji, give the money back. White man, give the money back, white man. Start taking the classes, start Venmoing black people, give it all away. Give it all away, Howie, because apparently you had this great privilege and it's actually owed to somebody else. So give it away. Give it away. Deal or no deal. Take the deal. Take the deal, earthworm.
Of that is are white people.
tell me.
So again, we're having this discussion,
No,
but
but-
you're so sure of yourself you don't even know the stats.
But why does that stat
Because
affect
you're
me?
talking about how much you have to worry about.
Not
saying,
I have to worry. My friends who are black, who are
Right.
who are married and raising kids.
I love that. I love when liberal types won't say my black friend. They say my friends who are black. My friend who is currently black. It's so funny. Do you guys remember when they were saying African American? I think that became so tired and obnoxious to black people. They're like, just please, just say blacks or something. This is, well, my Afro-American friends. Well, my African-American friend. Then for a little bit, it was BIPOC. Then for a little bit, it was my friend who currently has melanin. My friend who's currently black. It's extra funny in his podcast studio next to his Nepo baby daughter. Who listens to this shit? This shit fucking sucks.
right.
Here's what this is what
Absolutely.
my personal experience. My personal experience when
No, Bill Maher, I agree with the chat. Bill Maher sucks, but he rules. This is my point. He sucks ass, but he's one of the few people who's consistent in sucking ass. And for that, except for the Zionist thing, but for that, I love him.
took my kids out and they got
That is the one thing they will never break. That's the one thing. Across the board,
driver's
they won't break
license.
it.
Right.
I was worried about them driving safely, and
Right.
those are the discussions I had. Don't
Absolutely.
speed and don't take somebody. My black friends have to have an added discussion.
I agree.
That I've never had with my
Absolutely.
kids. If you get pulled over by the cop, make sure that your hands are there.
Right.
Don't reach for anything.
Okay.
So isn't that privilege?
Okay. Again, let's not talk about. I like the word advantage better. There's something about privilege that just is. It bleeds into something that gets a little ridiculous.
Advantage, I think, is a harsher thing.
I think it's a realer thing.
I think you guys are talking about the same thing, and you
Kind
don't
of.
want to use it because
Yeah,
of
kind
the
of.
connotation of it that's attached to it.
Okay, but let's get back to the police.
She's not good. Firing blanks. I don't know what her name is, but they gave her a gun with a bunch of blanks in it. Not good.
Okay.
They shoot about 1,000 people, a
Not
year,
great.
Mhm.
right?
Right.
Now, in a country of 340 million people, a lot of whom are crazy and a lot of whom are armed, I don't know if that's like a ridiculous number. There are some people the police do have to shoot.
What percentage are white?
3/4.
More white. Wow.
But
Wow. Oh, wow. What? Yeah. Oh, wow. Okay. Wow. That's very, very interesting. Whoa. I didn't take in any of that information just now. Unless the wind starts blowing the other way, then maybe I'll recall it. But right now, I'm not going to recall that information, huh? Wow. Okay. Okay.
since blacks are only 14% of the population,
And Bill throws around blacks. That's how you know. I mean, that's how you know. He knows what's going on, you know?
that's
That's how
almost
you know he
twice
knows
the
what's going on.
percentage of what it would be.
Right.
Okay,
So there's a problem.
there's a problem. But police also have many more encounters with black people. So you have to figure in all these things.
You also have to figure out the disadvantages that lead to more
Correct.
people of color
Sound it
living in
out.
poverty, living in these
Absolutely.
Sound it
situations where
out.
Correct.
they have worse schooling.
Sound it
There's all
out.
these systematic
Yes.
things that lead to that. That
Yes,
then
points
lead to
I was
more.
points I was making when you were in the crib.
I'm not
so-
that young.
Okay. Okay, but I'm just saying I've been all over this territory forever.
Right.
You know, it's not like
He
I'm
won't even look at her when he's talking. You could tell his eye line. To the right. Right at Howie. Right at Howie. Not at the Foyd on the left.
Taught in inner city.
At
She's
the
not like
right.
Crenshaw. She's a teacher
okay.
from
Yeah.
Crenshaw.
Yeah, of course. There's a obviously
She's a teacher from Crenshaw.
okay, but I'm just saying I've been all over this territory forever.
Right.
You know, it's not like I'm
She taught in inner city. She's
It's not
not
like I'm
Crenshaw.
new-
She's a
Oh,
teacher
okay.
from
Yeah.
Crenshaw.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you what she's not. She's none of those things. She's actually a Jew from the Pacific Palisades. First things fucking last, okay? Okay, let's stop acting like she's Let's stop acting like she's teaching at high school high, okay? Okay, babe? Do I have a soundboard going? I need to bring back soundboard stuff. Do I have it?
Let me.
Wait, no. Oh,
Well, that's very.
wait. I thought I had a gunshot on here or something. Did I not? I do have a gunshot. Okay. We're going to bring the gunshot back. Oh, she's an inner city teacher from Crenshaw. No. First of all, none of you are white. Okay, let's start there. You're something else. Let's start there. Let's pull back the actual curtain for just a second.
Of course, there's a giant legacy
Yeah.
of racism and the horrendous sorry history of America with race.
Yeah.
And that goes into it. But when a police
Someone in the chat just says that Bill Maher, they knew someone who knew Bill Maher and he hits his black girlfriends. Damn. That's crazy. We can't run with that. Obviously, that's just someone in the chat who lives in LA and says they knew that. But who's to say? Is Bill Maher unk status? Is he hitting the weed? Is he rolling the blunt? And getting a few sucker punches in? That'd be wild. I'm a little shocked if that was the case. I mean, obviously he supports the human trafficking ring that is a billion-dollar business in Los Angeles, California. He has no problem supporting that, propping that up. He might be a pimp. He might be a motherfucking pimp. He might be. Who's to
man
say?
is out, or woman is out doing their
Look, this whole thing is pre-written for me. I'm playing a character, so pull it back a little bit. Who knows? Who knows? That's what someone in the chat said. Hypothetically, that could be happening, I guess. Who knows?
that doesn't
It's
really
all a
figure in.
performance.
They're just dealing with what's going on right now.
all
listen,
written for me.
every time I see an officer anywhere
But
on any set, I thank them for their service. I
Right.
believe,
Yeah.
and I think they're incredibly brave. And I think, the one thing that we're missing in society, and whether it's to police officers or teachers or friends or people who have different political opinions and ideas,
Tell me, Howie,
is we
what
have
are we
lost
missing?
respect. There is no more respect. you don't have to respect.
Yeah.
You know, if you're not like me and you don't think
Yeah.
like me, then you're an idiot.
Yep.
Right.
You know, and
And back to the police for just for a
Well, let's have David Duke in the studio, Howie. Why don't you have David Duke in there? How about you guys stop debanking people? Let's have someone that got debanked in there. Oh, are they stupid? Okay, well, shut the fuck up, Howie.
second.
Shut the fuck
I think
up.
even to
You
this day,
fucking earthworm.
I think it is true that black folks do have to worry more about being stopped. And those are the stats.
How about squeal or no squeal? How about I'm outside your door right now? I'm kidding.
That's on
I'm kidding. We're having
who
fun.
gets shot by the
We're having
police.
fun.
Roughed up, in other words, put your hands on people, that kind of stuff.
Right.
That is way more done to people of color than white people.
Okay.
So, yes, so there is still advantage to being white. No
I'll
doubt.
buy your word. I'll
No-
say
no
I'll
doubt.
take away privilege and use
Right.
advantage.
No doubt about it. What I'm always trying to say is let's just, first of all, get the numbers right. You know, let's not just pull it out of our ass.
I didn't pull
Or
any numbers out.
No.
You said-
I'm just saying, but people do. They just have a feeling about it. I mean, if you ask the average MSNBC
Mhm.
listener,
Right.
how many unarmed black people do you think the police kill a year? They'd probably say 50,000 or 10,000.
But do they
or
really
something.
have to have the fact? Like you've even said, now that you've given us the numbers,
it
somebody with the
matters.
knowledge. Well, you're saying if you do the calculus, you know, and where you think
Mm.
what percentage of these people based on the population, it is a problem.
Yes.
Whether I know the number or
Yeah.
not, it is
Yes.
a problem.
Yes, racism is still a problem in America. It's just a different problem and a lesser problem than it was 20 years ago, 10 years ago, certainly 50 years ago. I mean, we are moving in the right direction. And if you want to pretend that we're living in 1973, as a lot of people do, I can't go there with you. I always say, let's live in the year we're living in.
I don't think
we're-
two white guys sitting here should celebrate where we are on race.
I forgot that Jews were calling themselves white there for a little bit. That's very interesting. This must have been like 2022.
And that's
or
a
something.
bullshit talking point also, that two white people or three white people can't have a discussion about this, that I am not a sentient.
Hey, Howie, are Iranians white? He'd probably tell you no. He'd probably go, no, what are you talking about? I'd be like, hey, bro. Talking like Kyle Klinsky. Hey, bro. Well, Kyle Klinsky does the bro thing. Hey, bro. Are Persians Caucasians, bro? Are they? You tell me, Howie. You tell me who's white. I'm listening to you. You're the deal or no deal guy. I'm open ears right now. And make sure your daughter peppers in a few facts too. Didn't she teach inner city kids in Crenshaw? Those poor fucks. Oh, wow. If you grew up in Crenshaw, wow. Wow. Teaching some poor fucks down in Crenshaw. God damn. Those helpless fucks. Wow. That's charity work. If you're from Crenshaw, you're a bug. You're an insect. Wow. Oh my God. Thank God you went to teach inner city schools in Crenshaw, Mrs. Mandel. Thank God. Because we all know they were looking at their books like, I don't know how to read. I can't read no gun. I can't. They were all the guy from The Blind Side. No, Miss Mandel, I ain't never had a bed to sleep in before. Can you teach me how to read? Hey, aren't you the daughter of the deal or no deal guy? Where people guess how much money's in a briefcase and then they open the briefcase? Wow, you must be really smart. Unlike me. I'm gonna grow up to be a stupid gang member with guns. That's me. This guy's gonna grow up to be good though. Next to me, this guy next to me, but the police are gonna kill him. Cause they're gonna pull him over and then just blow his head off. Thank you for teaching me how to do math and read. Thank you, Miss Mandel.
No, can I understand racism as well as a black person? Of course not. But I'm not without the ability to see what's going on.
Of course I can. I have a higher IQ on average than them. Okay, Howie, let's cut the shit. Israel belongs to the Jews, okay? We're not white. We're not the Goyim, okay? We're built different. Come on, Howie. Let's do the secret handshake. You want to go drink baby's blood? Okay. New rule. I'm not white. Come on, Howie.
On in the world. And by the way, there's two ways you can not understand something in general. One, by being not close enough to it. Yes, I'm not as close to it as a black person. And the other way is by being too close to it. People who are too close to something sometimes are blind to it as well. I mean, Whoopi Goldberg said that she thought
A black Jew, some say. Possibly a black Jew. Who's to say that Hollywood is all smoke and mirrors?
Holocaust was not about race.
Right.
Now, I defended her,
Right.
even though she had attacked me like 2 weeks earlier on something else, because I said, you can't expect to have treated
As far as I can tell, the oldest tradition in Hollywood is black people and Jews arguing about the Holocaust. I am being completely sincere when I say that. Remember when Lakeith Stanfield got into some Farrakhan shit, and then a bunch of movie producers were coming in, and you remember that? There's always been a Cold War versus blacks and Jews in Hollywood for turf. They both get things in Hollywood for different reasons, and they leverage that, and they have little Cold Wars, and every now and then it slips a little bit. What a lot of these guys are reading behind closed doors is very interesting. And like you saw there, Bill goes, oh, I might understand racism a little bit better than a black guy because he's too close to it. You're a little too close to it, so let me tell you. Because I'm standing back here out of harm's way. Let me tell you how it is. You've experienced it too much, actually, so you know too little. I actually know more because I've experienced less. I'm Bill Maher. I'm 74 years young. I just hit a blunt, and let me tell you about racism. New rule. I'm not white. I'm not Jewish either. I'm fucking black. That's right, bitches. I'm black.
because I said, you can't expect.
How about Lil Bill Maher? Can we make a show called Lil Bill Maher? Now that Cosby is going to rot away in his home on house arrest or whatever, can we reboot Lil Bill but make it Lil Bill Maher? I would watch it. I'd have a good time
who have
watching it too.
treated black people the way this country has, decade after decade,
be like
century
Caillou.
after century.
He'd be like Jewish
and
guy.
then not have them have a completely different view on race. It's not one I agree with. I thought that was a ridiculous comment. The Holocaust wasn't about race. As a Jew, you must be somewhat offended by that. But it's like, I get why she's coming from that place, and she has every right to say it. And she should not.
It was just a bad analogy.
It wasn't an analogy. It was a statement. The Holocaust was not
Yes.
about race.
Correct the black woman in
but
front of
she has
Howie
the
is
right to
very
feel that way,
uncomfortable.
and I understand why
Correct
she
her.
feels that way.
Get
But
her.
it would be an example of someone who maybe is too close to it,
Right.
and so doesn't have what I think is a correct point of view on it.
And then
There's
your
lots of-
network that lost politically incorrect shunned
Yeah.
her for 2 weeks.
There's lots of ways to, not have the right answer.
Wow. Who on earth watches this shit, huh? And the clips actually don't do very well. Interesting. Man, the clip channels that we got going, that you guys run, are doing better than this. And they got Sophie Rain. They got the #1 OnlyFans girl on here. Wow. Dun, Sophie Rain is on Howie Mandel's show. I got a fucking 80 IQ. That shit was so hard, bro. I'm trying to invent a voice of a guy that would watch. I'm a simple guy. I see Sophie Rain on Howie Mandel's podcast. I click. How starved for media are you that you're listening to Sophie Rain on Howie Mandel's show? I'm looking up if that's even real. It is real. Yeah, this is like you're going to hell. You're just doing clickbait stuff. We're going to hell. I just need an excuse to get out of the house. On production alone, he probably pays more than what he's making on this show. Sophie Ryan was on Howie Mandel. People are mad about Sophie Ryan. I've seen this because she doesn't do penetration on her OnlyFans. Sad. Very sad. I had another. Oh, let me send myself my email here. Oh, this was the thing I was talking about earlier, real quick.
And I had the weirdest summer. I had this.
Now, I don't listen to celebrity podcasts, but listen, who isn't a fan of Brad Pitt? And I saw he was talking about Mexican Coke, so I had to dig in. Being the goyim I am, I see a celebrity talking about Coca-Cola. I set my ass down and I watched the clip.
Girlfriend who was into reptiles. We bought 40 chameleons. I was living in Errol Flynn's old, like.
See, I told you, another useless nothing.
I was living in Errol Flynn's old, like.
These people like this. I mean, why even have her on screen? Why even have her there?
I was living in Errol Flynn's old, like, bachelor pad, glass windows, and they were filled with Our house was like a terrarium.
Girlfriend who was into reptiles. It's so
40,
specific.
not 5 or 10.
I know.
Classic. I have nothing to add, so I repeat what the last person said on the show. So it seems like I'm adding anything. If you're ever going on a podcast and you're nervous, just repeat the thing the last guy said that hit. Just repeat it. You're still hitting the ball too. You're keeping it going. Boom, boom, keeping it going. Keep that beach ball in the air.
Glass windows, and they were filled with Our house was like a terrarium.
Girlfriend who was into reptiles. It's so
40,
specific.
not 5 or 10.
I know.
Were you showing off like, we'll take them all?
I would get up. It was the most unhealthy time. I just needed to check out, and I was.
It was actually Petey, but continue.
I would wake up I would get a bong load. I would have 4 Coca-Colas
Yeah.
on ice.
Yeah.
No food. like this particular summer, and I watched the OJ trial, and
Yeah.
it was just and trying to figure out what do I do next? And I had the weirdest summer.
Yeah, that's Petey. And so check this out. I think I read this on Ray Pete's blog. This rodent study, I think. Research in China fed mice high doses of undiluted Coca-Cola and Pepsi for 15 days. The mice experienced heavier testicles and increased testosterone levels. Hell yeah. Go ahead and have that Coca-Cola. Go ahead and have a damn case of it. Go on, you earned it. Go on, be Petey. Howdy, Professor, but he's talking at the dinner table about being Petey. I'm thinking about being Petey. What are you talking about being Petey? He said he's going to be Petey? God damn it. These new health fads, health trends, rape Pete this, rape Pete that. How about I rape you? Oh, Sherman. Oh, Sherman, don't say you're going to rape our baby. Well, he's talking about rape. Talking about rape Pete. All right, here we go. So this I wanted to talk to you about ladies. Is this true with women? Because this is an interesting thing. I suspect it might be true. that women don't like when men are. Now, I'm going to hear this out because I know this is a bunch of. To start this clip, let's just. If you're watching a Foyd podcast, you've already lost. Right, fellas? If you're watching a couple Foyds break something down, you've already lost. You've already lost. Put that cold steel in your mouth and taste it because you've already lost. However, I couldn't help but listen to this. There was something about it. It's called the Ellen Fisher Podcast. I'm not being coy. I have no idea who that is or what's going on, but here we go.
One thing men don't know about women is that the power terrifies us, especially if we don't feel connected to you, because we're afraid you'll use it against us. If we feel connected to you, then we're happy you're happy. If we don't, it's scary. And this is why women attack men when they're happy.
Women attack men when men are happy.
Mm-hmm.
Who are these guys? Who are these two? Yeah. Who are those two? We're going to have to dig into this podcast, I think, actually.
What's an example? Oh, like sports.
Exactly. Oh, he's so full of himself. And he'll do something to take him down.
So wait, why do women do that?
Because happiness and power comes together in a man's body, and the power is scary. And so we have to diminish the power. So we will attack them when they're happy. They come home, they caught a big fish, or whatever it was they did. If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
Okay, so this is an interesting thing that people bring up, but some of these bitches are not happy in relationships because they got nothing going on. I mean, no hobbies, they don't read, they don't do anything. All they do is eat hot chip. They ain't doing nothing. You're in a relationship with a little dog that wants to be, brought in the passenger seat on a little leash and carried everywhere. She's kind of describing, and I hate to give it to the volcels and the incels online. I hate to give it up for the chut it out girls and for the chut it out boys out there, but unfortunately, she is describing a Foyd.
If it wasn't something that I did that gave you that feeling, then that's a problem.
You're more excited to go out with your friends.
That's supposed to make you happy.
Why do you seem so happy to go on a trip with your friends? You don't seem as happy to go on a trip with me.
Yeah, yeah.
I only recently learned that I don't even know if I don't know if women even like if you're in a group text with your boys. I don't think they even like that. They think that's like for children. My group chat with Devin and Jace, this is the marketplace of ideas. We're challenging one another, ribbing one another, talking about, we can't go 7 days without speaking to one another until we podcast again. We're talking every day, all throughout the week. We also love each other. We're having a good time.
One thing men don't know about women is that the power terrifies us, especially if we don't feel.
I wonder if that's why some women can't get it out of their head that if you're happy hanging out with a guy friend that you must be fucking, that it must be sexual and you must be gay. This silver-haired Foyd is kind of revealing something deep here. Let's go to, it's the Ellen Fisher show. The Ellen Fisher show. Of course, it's actually a huge podcast, I guess, and I'm not aware of it at all. These are the thumbnails here. Oh, so they stopped doing the show anyway. They haven't done it in 2 months or something. So it's like she's just getting her husband to pay for this so she can feel like she's running a business, you know, those types. I have several businesses that I'm running on the side of raising my kids. You're not raising your kid and you don't have a business. Strike one, strike two. Strike three, you're a void. Get the fuck out of my office. The code men must know about women.
Today, as we talk about what men need to know about women, women don't even know what men need to know about.
Great. Love the audio. Sounds like you're recording it beneath a swimming pool. Couldn't ask for better.
We
I mean,
smell
thank God
it.
there's 10
We
cameras.
can measure. We're measuring the
I like the Instagram filter on it.
level of
You got the beauty
testosterone.
filter. It's captioned. I can't hear a single fucking word anyone's saying, though. Thank you so much. Now, give me timestamps because I can't wade through all this void trash here.
Ready to kill something. You're ready to have sex. You're ready. Okay, let's go. And then just listen. Oh God, just listen.
Oh, I don't think they turned her microphone on, and they're raising the audio on the other twos.
How many times have I gotten in trouble for failing?
Or did they just record audio through the mic because this got messed up?
I'm just listening.
How are people listening to
I'll
this?
try. And then she starts talking. He said yes. He's
Surely they
just
turn the
listen.
microphones on at some
Model
point.
in our homes. Media today is designed to.
It's my book club. I have a book club. Don't you love books? I love how books, they come in different colors and you can color code them and put them on your shelves and then like put a little like pathos vine over the books and then you don't even know what it says on the who cares? You know, their books are things that they go next to a little jar with pebbles and rocks in it. And then there's a pathos vine going over them. And this is the red shelf, and these are the yellow, and these are the blue. What books do you like the most? Do you like green? Personally, my favorite author is red. I like red. And sometimes I like blue or like purple. I don't even know if I've read yellow. I don't know if I have or not. Oh my God. Have you seen The Handmaid's Tale? You know it was a book? I haven't read it, but did you know it was? That's why it's so good, because it was a book. It was a book
And that's when I got
first.
it.
Yeah.
That's when I got
I
it.
love books.
And it's one of the things that women don't know is the things that are like they're high octane. There's things we can say to you. There's things that we can appreciate you for. There's ways that we can admire you that it'll fill you up for really long. It'll just keep feeding you and feeding you.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate thing, but the word void kind of worked, and it changed the way I view normie women. It's the perfect headshot for normie women. Headshot. Domed. Completely domed. Done. Took you down. And one fail swoop, you got taken down. I don't think Floyd's going away. Not for a damn minute.
My chain. My chain. My chain. My chain. Don't you like my chain?